Alright everybody, welcome back to some 428 Shibuya. So we are back on MINO's storyline, like I said we were last episode. MINO stood on the sidewalk weighing his options. Chiyaka's phone call had thrown him for a loop. He had expected her to be anxious about doing interviews, but wow, she was a real basket case. Still, that didn't change the fact he had a schedule of his own to keep. The surveillance camera story had to be his top priority. Chiaki would just have to find some way to fumble through things on her end. He headed on to Dorganzaka, scanning his surroundings as he went. There were cameras set up on the streetlights all over the place. There were so many it was hard to believe he never noticed them before. One over there, another just over here. Electronic guys peering down on passerbys from high above, where they were tougher to spot. Just how were the people who came to Shibuya reacting to the situation? Hey, you there! Mino called the doorman riding by on a bicycle. Hey you! Stop! The man, Tasi Usada, proprietor of a knick-knack shop, picking up lost and abandoned items. Aki foisted off his trash onto him, and he's in a bit of a foul mood. He's just been going along on his bicycle, still picking up things from the roadside. There's a trunk on the back of his bike where he stores his finds. Huh? What's the matter? He asked. Hi, the name's Minoru. Jesus. I'm a freelance writer. Okay. I'm just doing interviews for a magazine. I'd like to talk to you. Magazine? Which one? 4-Star General Gossip. Mino did his best to sound proud. Oh, well, I'm actually in a bit of a hurry here. Mino shouldered on. See that? He pointed at one of the nearby surveillance cameras. What? The man asked. The blimp? A massive blimp was indeed drifting slowly overhead. Type of aircraft that floats using the lift provided by the enormous envelope with lighter-than-air gas. This envelope, the balloon, is often used for corporate advertising. This particular blimp has been puttering above the skies since last night. No, the camera! The camera watched them both in uncaring silence. Oh, that. What about it? What do you mean, what about it? Those cameras have been installed all throughout Shibuya. They're taking in everything and everything. Privacy be damned. A shocked parlor came into the man's face. Oh, really? He muttered uneasily to himself. I guess I should be more careful the next time I go picking stuff up. Hey, what are you talking about? Mino asked. Oh, nothing. Just stuff. Way to dodge the question entirely, my man. Anyway. I think there were some good things about the camera. Anyway, I think there's some good things about the cameras too, the man said hurriedly. Oh, Mino asked, such as? Well, I mean, they must have helped catch some crooks, right? Yeah, I think you're right about that. Oh, I am? The man looked shocked to have his own statement confirmed. Are you hiding something from me? Huh? No, nothing in particular. The man shook his head vehemently. Nothing at all, really. Well, whatever, Mino said. In any case, even if the cameras are helping and arresting criminals, there are some places where people just don't want to be watched. What? For instance, how would you like it if someone set up a security camera inside your home? What do you mean? I mean, a burglar might try to get into your home. If you had a security camera, you could be alerted right away. Isn't that kind of an extreme argument? Nope! You're the one making the extreme argument here! What? The man stared, bewildered. You're saying it's okay for folks to film people around town as much as they want, like, but not to take a look inside people's houses. Oh, yeah. I guess I am. The man mumbled. Mino snorted. You don't think too deeply about these things, do ya? He mocked. The man huffed in indignation. I don't see the problem, he said. I mean, it's normal and enough opinion to want to bring down crime, but also protect privacy? Well, yeah. So? If they're just gonna set up cameras around town, I'm okay with that. Mino grinned inwardly. You're being naive. Way too naive. Naive about what? Oh, you're being naive. Way too naive. Naive about what? By now the man was getting worked up. Once you start letting people watch you so much. Oh wait, what the hell? I don't know who's talking. I think that's Mino. Once you start letting people watch you some of the time, they'll eventually let you do it more and more. That's how the world works. A simple change in camera angle is all it takes to steal away the last traces of your privacy. That's kind of funny coming from you. Doesn't 4-star general gossip get all its scuttlebutt by invading the privacy of others? Since when are you people concerned with personal privacy? Meaning what exactly? Mino asked. You know damn well what I mean. You have no shame? I got nothing to be ashamed about, Mino said. If some celebrity scandal breaks, I'll write it up in the form of a top-class, socially conscious expose. That's the Mino seal of quality. The man rolled his eyes. Please, I never even heard of that. You everyday freelance writer. Sorry. Your everyday freelance writer reporter would say something about how security firms have no right to use cameras to disrupt personal privacy. But not me. Oh no. I'm the only guy who would write a first-class piece on the subject. And you want to know why? The man's only response was a doubtful look. Because privacy only exists for me to utterly demolish it! Mino finished with a prideful grin. But that's nothing but journalistic arrogance! The man railed. Oh yeah? Yeah! I'd rather have surveillance cameras on any day if the alternative was to have some weird gossip piece. This time Mino didn't have a handy retort. An awkward silence descended over the pair. Right, I see. Mino muttered to himself as he busily scribbled on his notepad. The man was visibly taken aback. Thank you for your cooperation, Mino said at last. You gave me some good stuff. He held up his hand to forestall an angry retort. I realize I probably got you riled up a bit. You have to forgive me. What? The man peered at Mino in disbelief. This is just my interview style. Sorry, I know it's a little unorthodox. Buddy, you're a weirdo, you know that? The man said. Yeah, I hear that a lot, Mino laughed. So can I go now? Sure. Quote US passerby A in my article. Sure, whatever. The man muttered. He quickly sped off on his bicycle. Mino now had some material for his surveillance camera piece. He wanted to organize what he'd managed to put together so far. He decided to head toward his next interview location, keeping an eye out for a cafe where he could stop to work on his copy. He used the map included in the project proposal to guide him. It was hard to read the words and make out the details, but it looked like the No-Can building, where the Burning Hammer demo was being held, was just down Center Guy. There was no indication of which floor the event would be held on, however. This made him a little anxious, but he'd probably be able to find someone to point him in the right direction once he got to the building. He spotted a cafe up ahead. Coffee, please! He shouted as he strode inside. He slumped down on an empty, open chair. Hopefully he'd be able to hold up in there until 1 o'clock working on his article. If he couldn't have it done by then, finishing the whole issue by the end of the day would be a tall order. He pulled a cigarette from his overcoat as he waited for it. Jesus, I can't read today. 3, 2, 1. He pulled a cigarette from his overcoat as he waited for his computer to boot up. Having a smoke was Mino's little trigger for going into writing mode. As you know, he switches between writing mode, interview mode, food mode, and sleep mode. When busy, he'll sometimes go into writing mode and food mode at the same time, sometimes even showing into sleep mode in the midst of feast mode. When he's even busier, he'll eat and write mid-interview while nodding off. This is known as ultimate mode. Wow, he is a little weird, ain't he? He stuck the cigarette in his mouth and lit it up. With the first heavy draw of smoke, he felt his mind focus. The rough idea for his article came to his head, nearly fully formed. All they needed to do now was get it all written down. Finally, his laptop finished booting up. "Took you long enough, pal," he muttered to the computer. His hands leapt onto the keyboard like a predator pouncing on his prey. Here, I'll add even more of the ambiance here. Give me a second. There you go. In a matter of moments, he had hit his stride. Jesus, the music's loud. His fingers clicked away. One by one, lines of text filled up his screen. A waitress stepped up beside him. "Excuse me, sir." But Mino was in writing mode. He didn't even hear her. "Sir? Sir, I beg your pardon." Again, Mino was deaf to the waitress's attempts to get his attention. "Sir, excuse me!" The waitress smacked the table. "Quiet!" Mino snapped. He slammed the table right back. "Don't interrupt me when I'm working. Not if you know what's good for you." The waitress didn't so much as flinch. She leaned in aggressively, getting right in Mino's face. "Sir, I hate to bother you, but I have to ask you to please refrain from smoking." Mino blinked. "Huh? This is a non-smoking establishment, sir." "No smoking?" Mino asked. The cigarette bobbed in his mouth as he spoke. The waitress pointed sharply to the sign on the wall. Ah, shit. The words "no smoking" were spelled out clear as day. We ask that patrons please not smoke so the other customers can fully enjoy the aroma of their coffee. The waitress drew herself in arrogant triumph. A woman sitting on the table next to her made a face as she tried to fan the smoke away from her with her hands. Customers all around the shop were glaring at him. "You guys don't know about the first thing about the aroma of coffee," Mino scoffed. "The scent of coffee only truly comes to life amidst the choking stench of tobacco smoke." What? The waitress's only response was to jab her finger again. But this time, she didn't point at the sign, she pointed at the door. "Sir, if you're going to smoke, please take it outside." Oh. Sometime later, sitting inside the Cafe Lautrec, Mino lit up his third cigarette. At last, a safe refuge. It had taken him quite some time to find a place that allowed smoking after he got kicked out of the first cafe. In recent years, many cafes and restaurants have phased out the concept of the smoking section in favor of prohibiting smoking across the board. This makes places like Lautrec especially important to smokers. There are large air vents in the ceiling that help keep the interior more agreeable for those who do not smoke. Now he was in a rush to make up for lost time. His fingers flew over the keyboard at lightning speed. The more he wrote, the harder he focused. At this rate, he'd have the story wrapped up in no time. "Today, you hear me?" A voice intruded suddenly on his awareness. One of the other customers was shouting. "You're breaking up with that fellow today!" I already know who that is. Mino's fingers drifted to a halt. Yup. "Rumi, don't do it! You'll break Kano's heart! Don't do my boy Kano dirty! He's already under an enormous amount of stress. Don't do my boy dirty, please." An older man, right in the face, was shouting at the young woman who sat across from him. "Please, Dad," the woman pleaded. "Stop! You're making a scene." Ah, a father and daughter then. It was rare nowadays to see a father behave so imperiously toward his own daughter. She was so sheltered he'd been trying to keep her. Mino couldn't see her face from where he was sitting, but his interest was piqued. Should he move? "No, we gotta finish this article, Chief." No, he reminded himself that he needed to finish this article. Besides, if this young lady looked anything like her father, he'd just as soon pass. Mino went back to his typing. It took a few minutes to reestablish in the right-handed groove, while the other two still Ooh, but... No. But I kind of want to hear what they're saying. Just for Kano's sake. Damn, should we... I want to hear what they're saying though for Kano's sake, but I'm going to get a bad end for Mino because he's definitely not going to finish his story if I don't fucking focus. Damn. I mean, I like Mino, but I also really like Kano, and I don't want Kano. Fuck. And plus, it's kind of obvious if I move a seat. Oh, shit. Fuck it. Should he move to another seat where he could take a look? Gathering up his laptop, Mino switched to a different table. I don't care if I'm making a scene, the older man's saying. I'm not leaving until I see you cut ties with that boy. Do you understand? I understand that you're never happy unless you get your way. You're acting like a spoiled child. Don't talk back to me! You don't understand your situation! You're not letting your emotions cloud your judgment without putting any thought for your future. No, Dad. You're the one who doesn't understand. That father-daughter argument was getting more and more heated. Dad was clearly furious. Mino shifted closer, curious to see what might happen next. I know I'm gonna regret it, but... What? And then he saw the daughter's face and gasped out loud. Oh! Hey, I know you! Wait. You're on TV, right? The father scowled up at him. You must be mistaken, he said gruffly. No, I'm sure of it! Yeah, what show am I thinking of? The woman seemed disconcerted by his enthusiasm. Who was she? He called out to a waitress who was passing by. Hey miss, do you know this gal? She's an actress, right? It's right on the tip of my tongue. The waitress ignored him, but Mino was undeterred. I know this. Weren't you in one of those TV dramas or something? Yeah, Masami Nagahama. Right. Sailor Moon Pies, Last Frenchman, Touched by a Tuna. Right, we're leaving, the father grumbled. He rose from his seat, radiating aggravation. Huh? The young woman said, but... Not waiting to hear her objection, he grabbed her by the hand and stormed out of the cafe. Hey, hold on, Mino squawked! Uh-oh. His plea fell on deaf ears. All he could do was watch them go and shuffle back to his seat in disappointment. Damn it, what was her name? Should have asked for her autograph. Mumbling under his breath, Mino went back to typing. Damn, I hope it doesn't fuck Kano over. That's gonna fuck Kano over, but... What's that? Strange beeping. Sound broke Mino out of his writing reverie. Oh, I thought it was a bomb. I was like, oh god! Upon looking up in his confusion, he found his attention drawn to a young woman at another table. And one of these, and one of these, and one of these. Oh, and this, and this, and this, and that too. She finished with a broad grin. Cheery? What are you doing over there, bitch? Let me just repeat your order back to you. One Japanese-style beef patty, one spicy fish roast spaghetti, one chicken casserole, one French onion soup, one fruit parfait, one chocolate parfait, and one deluxe chocolate parfait. Will that be all? The waitress anxiously waited confirmation. Ryoko Kikunami, a second-year student. She was hassled by a pair of hustlers on her way to work and showed up 5 minutes late. Oh, that's the bitch that I helped Achi. That I helped her out with Achi. You forgot the large caramel shake. The customer was a fully figured young woman ensconced at a nearby table. Oh, my apologies. The waitress quickly charted the addition to the order. I'll do it for now, the young woman said. For now? Yikes. She's actually planning on ordering more after that? Marveling at this display of appetite, Mino went back to typing. Where's Cheery? Oh, Cheery. Now what? Heard the strange beeping sound again, subtly different than the first time, and this time it was closer. Seriously, what the fuck is that? If I check this out, if I check this noise out, and it's a fucking ball, I will shit my trousers. I need to get to the bottom of this, or I'll never be able to concentrate. Just where the fuck is that sound coming from? He searched his surrounding moment. Oh shit. He pulled out one of his most important tools of his trade, a bug detector. Finding listening devices. Since wireless listening devices emit radio signals, bug detectors are designed to use area-wide receivers to reveal their presence. Using a detector to find something in this fashion is known as spot hunting. It was on, and it picked up a signal. For a reporter, information was life. That made owning a bug detector a simple precaution in his line of work. With the device in hand, Mino casually scanned the area. Eventually, he zeroed in on the signal. He stood up. Everyone, your attention please, he announced. Someone set up a listening device in here. Several cafe patrons turned their head in disbelief. The woman writhed, and pungent perfume flashed him a disagreeable look. Oh, come on! That's ridiculous, she huffed. Here is something fishy going on. The only thing fishy right now is you, the woman declared disdainfully. Why don't you get out of here and let everyone enjoy their meals? No! I smell a scoop! You what? You! What's your name? None of your business, that's what. Now hurry up and stop that awful noise. The other customers were starting to murmur loudly. There's a listening device here, folks, Mino said. How can I not bother you? Do you know where it could be? Excuse me, the woman called out. Could someone please do something about this man? The waitress hurried over. Sir, please, you're bothering our other customers. There's a listening device in here! That's what more people should be bothered right by now. The waitress took a reflective step backwards at the words listening device. You're the one You're the one who's intruding on everyone, the woman shouted. Honestly, could you please stop that racket? It's not me making the racket, it's the bug tracker. Just who the hell do you think you are? Police! Somebody call the police! Ma'am, please calm down, the waitress. I feel bad for her. The waitress said, there are other customers here and I'll calm down once you get this disrespectful bore out of here. All I'm doing is sharing the truth. You can't kick me out for that. The waitress wavered, clearly intimidated by the both of them. You sure got a lot of nerve, the woman snapped at Mino. Go play detective someplace else. I'm not a detective, I'm a reporter. Really now, by far my least favorite profession. Oh, and why is that? Did someone write a story about you, lady? Got skeletons in your closet? You shut your mouth. How dare you? Yeah, I smell a scoop here, alright. Let me take a... Oh, you smell that? And the smell is coming from you, bitch. Oh, stop it with your scoop nonsense already. It's no use trying to hide things from me. You have no idea what you're talking about. Yes, I do, lady. Go to hell. After you. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. As they shouted over each other, their words blurred together until they were barely words anymore. The onlookers could only hear the instinct meaningless raving. Yeah, I'm definitely not finishing that article. And still the yelling went on and on and on. Eventually, there came the sound of approaching sirens. But even when a police cruiser pulled up outside the cafe, the two didn't slow down their bickering. I'm about to get a bad end, aren't I? Fuck. Sniffing for a scoop. Oh, so what did I do wrong? Blah blah blah. Okay, I'll wait. Hey, we're going back. But I'm also going back, and I'm not gonna mess with Rumi, because I'm scared that's gonna end up fucking Kano. So we're gonna go back and focus on our paper, because I don't want them to leave and then something happen to where Kano gets fucked. I'd rather have them safe in the cafe. So that's what we'll do. Well, never mind. I need to focus on finishing this article. Mino immersed himself in his writing again. Before long, he stopped worrying about the curious sound. Fucking cheery. Good lord. The plump young woman set about devouring all the food she ordered despite the strange look she was getting. Now that was an appetite to be reckoned with. It took her under 3 minutes to polish off the lot. Then, not looking the least bit sated, she picked the menu right back up. Was she seriously going to order more? Mino was starting to take an interest in this young lady. There might be a story here. He conjured up a series of headlines in his mind. Woman inhales 30,000 calories in 3 minutes. Of 100 pieces of shortcake, 300 glasses of milk, or enough steak and rice to feed about 30 people. No, he needed something with more punch. Food for thought, an expose on obesity. No, that was no good. He wasn't writing for a fashion magazine anyway. A gourmet day in Shibuya. That was it! He'd be able to whip something up if he went with the foodie angle. Mino got up from his seat. That's pretty impressive, he said to the hungry diner. Do you always eat that much? The young woman glared back at him. Not always, she said. Suddenly, tension filled the air. Oops, was that way too blunt of me? I mean, she is a young lady after all. Maybe I should change up my approach. Who the heck are you anyway? The woman asked. I'm a freelance writer. I was hoping I could do an interview with you real quick. You want to interview me? The suspicion was playing on her face. I do. I mean, girls all over the world worry about their diets, right? I hear that, yeah. Would you be willing to share your secret, or your technique, or whatever, for how to eat without getting fat? What? Me? Sure. I mean, look at the figure you're maintaining despite eating all this food. The young woman's expressions brightened up. Aw, I don't mean to cheery. She's a cool ass bitch. Oh, you noticed. There's actually a lot that goes into all this. Yeah? The basic thing, though, is to eat 10 meals of Jesus Christ. It's to eat 10 meals a day. Mino struggled to keep his jaw from hitting the floor. 10 meals a day. She flashed him a chubby cheek grin. Hehe, you don't know how diets work, do ya? She chuckled. Eating only for 1 or 2 meals a day. That's what will make you fat. You gotta space your food out into smaller portions throughout the day. That's the fundamentals of dieting right there. Right, but what happened to the smaller portions part? You know how to bite his tongue. Ah, I see, he said. Any other pro dieting tips you could share? Well, for the basics, I'd say always drink protein instead of tea, yeah? Drink protein all day? Seriously? Once again, it took all of Mino's willpower to keep his thoughts to himself. Let's see, what else? Oh, there's this stuff called Burning Hammer too, but She trailed off a little wince. Wait! Mino perked up. Did you say Burning Hammer? Oh, you know of it. I've heard of it anyway, Mino replied. He decided he was better off keeping his plans to head to the sales demo a secret. There's a sales demo later on if you're interested. The woman said if she was reading his thoughts. Though, full disclosure, I am working for them right now. She handed Mino an advertising pamphlet. There was a more detailed map for the venue included. What a stroke of luck! Now he didn't really need to rely on the crummy map and the project proposal anymore. He'd have no trouble finding the venue with the building's various floors all broken down for him. Actually, I gotta get back to work, the woman said. Sure, thank you so much for your time. I'm going to hang back and finish up my copy here. The woman left the cafe and Mino went back to his laptop. He'd gotten some new info on the Burning Hammer sales demo, but he'd also lost some more time. The surveillance camera piece still wasn't finished. It was going to be a near thing to get it done before the sales demo started. Yet instead of returning to his writing, he got out his cell phone. What if Toyama had gotten another of his crazy ideas? If he tried to hang himself again? The thoughts had Mino too worried to work on his copy. Colin. The phone rang several times before someone picked up. Mr. Toyama, where are you right now? Mino asked. Right now? I'm on the run, somewhere near Shoto. Quiet neighborhood. 2,000-meter plot. Shady hotel district, a short walk. Juxtaposition. Toyama was speaking in an oddly hushed tone. Shoto? After you left the office, some guys came by to collect on my debts, so I made a run for it. Okay, so he wasn't dead. The situation was still pretty bad. Look, we'll get you through this somehow, Mino said, hoping it was true. Just keep your head down and stay out of trouble. Stay where you are now. Stay where I am? But what am I supposed to do? Toyama's voice dropped in and out. It sounded like he was moving quickly. Find someplace to hide and just lay low for a while, Mino told him. Alright, Toyama said weakly. He hung up. Toyama let out a deep sigh and then turned back to his laptop. You bitch! Another keep out. Damn it. Alright, we'll move on to Kano next episode.